routine, right? The car had a name, yeah. And do you know what song this is? Okay, totally. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta go over by the Green Hotel and you gotta find what we call homeless today. Back then they were called winos. You know? Out of respect for either occasion, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we propose our first toast. And I want to toast to all of the waitresses and the bartenders here tonight. Don't forget, tip them well. They have families and small but manageable drinking problems just like the rest of us. Give them a hand. Yeah. And Orlando would have to drive the car around because you couldn't turn it off. I was the only one who could speak enough Spanish to go find a fella who would go over to the liquor store up on Fair Oaks, Colorado, and we would buy 1 6-pack of Schlitz malt liquor bowl and a bottle of Boone's Farm apple sparkling wine. Oh yeah. And we would park about 6 blocks up from the Cinema 21 up on Washington Street, Washington Boulevard Cinema. Now, I want you to get the picture here, because it was a very different kind of a culture back then. A couple of years before America had officially stopped using the word Negro, James Brown told us with a classroom full of kids in a recording studio, fuck that, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. How many times I sang along with that fucking thing when I was a teenager, much to the rabbi's chagrin. I'm black and I'm proud. And this is the day when everybody had those magnificent fucking haircuts. You either look like Angela Davis if you were a chick, right? Or you look like the drummer on the Fallon Show, Questlove, that shit. DeBasio's son over in New York City, the mayor, his son has an amazing fucking haircut. He should have his own Instagram, right? That shit. And everybody in the theater, except for 4 white faces, had that haircut. Never even occurred to us that some shit was non-sequential. And we had our special jackets that we got over at the Salvation Army up on Fair Oaks in Colorado. About 7 sizes too big. Mine would get about this from the end of my fingers. And it comes down to about like this. And the whole purpose of the jacket was so you could stick a couple of cans of beer or the whole bottle of Boone's Farm for Danny's girlfriend down the back of your pants, right? And so you wouldn't get, have you tried that? You've done this. I see the face. I don't have my glasses, but I can see the face. And you gotta lean back so that the jacket flares, otherwise you have a bump in the back, and you gotta look totally cool, even though there's only like 4 of you and 850 of the other kids, and you figure, walk on in like this shit. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. One student, homie. Oh. We weren't the only ones doing it, because all the way down the aisle you'd see Letterman jackets that were 9 sizes too big from the grown-up brother who was a senior 4 fucking years ago, and they're doing the same shit. Right? You wait until the coming attractions, the first car crash, the first fist fight. He's the man with a plan, and he's kicking ass on the man, boom, and you would pop the top. These are the days when Pop-Tops came all the way off. Like in the Jimmy Buffett song, busted my flip-flops, stepped on a Pop-Top. It's Margaritaville, right? Pop-Tops don't come off anything, they fold under this shit. And it used to have a very satisfying tearing sound. It didn't just go pop, it went oh yeah. If you listen to the shit, it goes shh. Remember that sound? There you go. And you would wait until the first fist fight, and you would hear like 14 different kids. Yeah, baby. You're gonna watch the show. This is Superfly. 1972, 73, that's the summer. Can you even tell me? What was the name of the star? What was the name of the main character? Young Blood Priest, you dumb white. You having a good time so far, right? Yeah. A little bit of the history, like why it sounds and looks and acts and starting to make some kind of symmetrical spiritual sense. Don't get used to that this early. We're in Vegas, baby. Only in Vegas. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, just like tonight, and just like all of you gonna experience while you're here in this colorful, crazy little town on a Wednesday night and every other night of the week. Oh yeah. We would sit in the Cinema 21 during the coming attractions, and the lights would be going on the screen. It was a very vocal, very noisy fucking audience. Yeah! People yelling and screaming and throwing shit up in the air. It was great. And the lights would flash. And every now and then we'd look at each other, and in that single millisecond blink that only friends have, only your best friends have, you blink and you have the exact same message. We knew that we were in the best possible place that any fucking human could be on earth at that time, and we were that guy, and we were there, and we were fucking living it, baby, and we had the future ahead of us. We knew it wasn't paradise, but it was something just like it.